it's T Marie. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, you know what I'm gonna say. Please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. There's a little thing right there. Just tap it, subscribe. So if you've been following my journey, you would know that I have some new girls. And if you haven't watched part 1 of my breast reduction surgery, I highly suggest you do that. I'll link it above, and it's also in the description box as well. So for today's video, I am going to be talking about the day before surgery, the day of surgery, and my post-op, day 1, 2, and 3. Just to give you guys an overview of my experience. If this is a procedure that you're thinking about doing, I highly suggest to watch this video from beginning to end, because there are definitely some tips that I would recommend and just a lot of detail about my journey. So here it goes. I did before surgery just to get prepared. I got my prescription. So during my my post-op visit with Dr. Peters, she did write me a prescription for a very strong pain medication, and I will warn you now, when I say strong, it is strong, and you could, you know what I mean, become addicted to these prescription drugs. So just an FYI, I'm sure your pharmacist will tell you the same thing. So I picked up my prescription 1 week prior to my surgery. Another thing that I also did a couple of days before my surgery is I went grocery shopping. I know how I am when I'm sick. You really don't have an appetite. You don't really want to eat too much. I went and got just some light things like soup, salad, some vegetables. I also got some crackers just in case I was nauseous. And then I also got like a whole bunch of like fruit smoothies, just because, you know, if I didn't have an appetite, at least I can drink a smoothie and know that I'm getting the nutrition that I need. So the day before surgery, I did go to work. I just didn't want to be at home that day, constantly thinking about my surgery, making myself nervous. That's not what I wanted to do. I would rather go to work, focus on work, and work only. And then later on that evening, I went to dinner with my mommy and my sissy, and that was my last meal. You know, I felt like I was like in jail, and they're like, "What's your last meal?" So yeah, we went out to dinner, and I ate at, it was about 7:30 p.m. When I had like my last meal. Now, from midnight going forward, I could not eat or drink. Repeat, eat or drink. No water, no nothing after midnight. So what I did, just to keep myself hydrated, from like 11 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. I just drank a whole bunch of water. And then I also got my clothes laid out and everything the night before, so I wore something easy to take on and take off. So I just wore some leggings, my Ugg boots, and a sports bra and a like zip up hoodie. And I'll be inserting some clips as well. So the night before, I wasn't nervous, I wasn't scared. More than anything, I was excited and relieved to just finally get everything over with. Hey y'all, it's the night before surgery, and I'm not nervous. I don't know, I'm really looking forward to it. I might be a little bit nervous in the morning. So I ate, I don't know, around maybe 7 p.m. I might eat a couple of snacks and drink some water or something. Yeah. So at least that way I'm not super starving. So I have to be at the hospital at 10:30 in the morning. My mom is gonna take me. So I mean, for the most part, I'm ready. I got like a zip up hoodie, and yeah, I got my braids, so I don't got to do nothing to my hair. But excuse my face, I'm having some breakouts. You know how your hormones is, but yeah. So breast reduction countdown is real. So about a little over 12 hours now. So yeah, I will check back in the morning and let you guys know how I'm feeling. So the morning of my surgery, I was scheduled to be at the hospital at 10:30 a.m. So I woke up really early. I woke up around 7 just to amp myself up, make sure, you know, I'm not nervous. Just, I don't know, just give myself time to myself before everything else happens. I took a really long, hot, relaxing shower because you cannot shower after surgery. Nah, sis. In my previous video, I showed you guys the soap that you're supposed to use. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, so I can't show it in this video. But if you check out my first video, you'll definitely see what the soap looks like. Hey, good morning, y'all. I'm sorry, my bathroom fan is, yeah. Okay. It is the morning of my surgery, and I just looked at my boobs for the last time in the mirror and took some before and after pictures, so I'll be able to see those and make a comparison. I washed up with that soap again, like really good. I haven't put on any lotions, deodorant, makeup. I can't put on any of that stuff, and I decided not to wear my contacts, so that's why I have my glasses on. I'm gonna put all of these braids up in this bun, and yeah, I'm gonna throw on some clothes, and I'll just show you guys kind of what I'm wearing. Just something easy to take on and off because I won't be able to raise my arms. And then you know, I put on my clothes and my mom came and picked me up and we were off to the hospital. So this is what I'm wearing, just like a zip up hoodie and some leggings. I wasn't gonna wear a bra underneath it, but I just put on like my sports bra. I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna end up throwing away all my bras after all this, but it doesn't matter, right? My mom is on her way to get me now, so yeah, I will come back when I make it to the hospital. So once I got to the hospital, I was with the nurse. She did like my weight, my blood pressure, all those standard things. Of course, I peed in a cup. They just want to make sure that you're not pregnant. And then I changed into my hospital gown. Hey guys, I'm here in my hospital attire, watching some TV. I'm waiting on them to come in and give me my registration papers and do my copay, and yeah, I don't have an IV or anything. It's actually sitting over there. But so once I signed off on all my registration, hospital paperwork or whatever, I mean, it happened like that. It was so fast. Like, all the scrub nurses, or I don't know, whatever you want to call these people from the ER, like, they just rushed down with this hospital bed. They're like, all right, Tiff, time to go. We've been waiting for you. And I'm like, waiting for me? What? As soon as I get to the ER, everything was just like a blur. I just felt like one of those scenes on Grey's Anatomy when you're like on the hospital thing and they're like pushing you through the hallways and then like the ER doors like bust open. That's how it was. And at that moment is when all my nerves, my anxiety, everything just took over. I just remember they put me in this little section and they had like the curtains all around me, and my doctor came in, Dr. Peters, and you know, we chatted for a bit. She asked how I was, and you know, I said I was fine. Lying. I stood up so she can start marking me, so she knows where to make her cuts and all that good stuff. And I just got so lightheaded, like I was about to pass out, and I stopped her and I said, I'm really lightheaded. So I laid down, and at that time they put in my IV, and whatever fluid that they put into my IV was to help hydrate me. So I lay there for about 5 more minutes, and after that I was like, all right, I'm good to go. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. I stood up, and then Dr. Peters, she finished marking me up, and she was like, all right, here we go. So I laid back on my hospital bed, and the anesthesiologist and 2 of the nurses, they pushed me into the operating room, and at that moment it became so real. I got off of my bed and right onto the operating table. The last thing that I remember is I don't know if it was the nurse or the anesthesiologist, I can't remember which one, and she was just like, I've been in the operating room for this procedure so many times, and you're like the tiniest person that I've ever seen get this procedure. And we just started laughing, and then like this big like thing went over my face. I don't remember shit else. When I woke up, I was freezing cold, like shivering, and I just remember opening my eyes and I looked around, and I saw this lady, I'm assuming she's probably a nurse, and I was like, I'm so cold. And she was like, I'll get you a blanket. So she came and she put a blanket on me, and she says, how are you? And I said, I'm okay, I'm just really cold. I said, is the surgery over? And she was like, yep, it's over. She was like, you did great. And I just remember my throat, it was just so scratchy and dry. It was really hard to speak. After that, I dozed back off, and then I woke up again, and the nurse, she said, are you ready to go back up to your room? Your mom is waiting for you. And I was like, yeah. So they wheeled me up to my room, and my mom was there, and the first thing I said, I was like, Mom, I feel so much lighter. And she started cracking up laughing. Like, that was just the funniest thing ever. And I'm pretty sure I was still high off the drugs. So after that, I was just in and out of sleep, probably for the next 2 hours. And then once I really like came to, and I was up and I was alert, I got out of my hospital bed and sat down in the chair. At that point, the nurse and my mom helped me get my clothes on, and then at that moment, the nurse, she showed my mom and I how to clean my drains. They did not hurt. It just took a little while to get used to them being there. So you go from having a really large breast to having smaller breasts and these little like drains hanging down. So after that, my mom goes and gets her car, and then the nurse wheels me down outside, and I am in the car. Yeah, was out of it. I was napping the entire car ride. I didn't have any nausea, like, at all. I was completely fine. I wasn't in any pain. If anything, like, it's just discomfort. There was never a moment when I was like, ow, oh my god, this shit hurts so bad. Never. Once I made it back home, I was trying to figure out where I wanted to sleep, whether I wanted to sleep here on this couch, because my couches do recline, so that was the option that I chose versus sleeping in my bed. I did sleep on this pillow, and I put it right behind me, and has a little arm things, and that's how I slept. I did take my medication as prescribed, like to the T. My alarm was set to take my medication. So every 6 hours on a schedule, I was taking my medication. So that's one thing that I recommend is don't miss your medication. I mean, at least the first, 2-3 days, definitely staying on that schedule. So post-op day 1, I made sure that I was walking. Even if I only walked for 5 or 10 minutes, just around here every couple of hours, that was good enough for me. You want to be mobile just so you don't get any blood clots. Majority of the time I was right in this very spot, knocked out. The medicine made me very sleepy. I mean, I could watch TV for a little while and then I'm out like a light, like a light. Hey guys, it's T Marie. So I am done. I was gonna record last night when I got home, but I didn't feel up to it. I was really tired. So I went into surgery about 1 p.m., maybe 12:30. Procedure lasted about 4 to 5 hours, and I'm not having any pain right now. But other than that, it's just, I feel a slight bit of tightness, a little bit of discomfort, nothing major. I do have drains on both sides, and I just have on like this surgical bra right now. So yeah, I've just been asleep on and off today. So overall, I'm doing really good. I will be back in the doctor's office on Monday to get the drains removed and check out my new girls. The first thing I did when I woke up, after I, walked around, I cleaned my drains. Cleaning the drains was super easy, and then every day I'm documenting how many cc's of fluid are coming out of the drains when I empty them. So I'm just documenting when I clean my drains twice a day. The first day I ate soup. I just wanted to eat really light for the first 2 days. Yeah, I didn't eat a big meal until day 3. My post-op day 2, I was really out of it. I slept majority of the day on Sunday, just on and off. I did make sure that whenever I had to pee, that I would pee and then kind of walk around a little bit before I came and got comfortable on the couch again. I was taking stool softeners, so I started taking them the day after surgery, and I took them continuously for the next 5 days or so. It took me almost a week before I was able to take a shit, and the shit was still hard and it hurt. That was probably TMI, but I'm just keeping it real, telling you how it is. It was hard. It hurt like hell to take a shit. Post-op day 3 is when I had my follow-up appointment with Dr. Peters. Today is Monday, the 17th, so I'm currently 3 days post-op, and as you can see, I have on my surgical bra, my bandages, and my drains. I'm actually headed to the doctor's office now so she can remove my bandages. I don't know if she's taking both drains out. I guess we'll have to see, but I am hoping that both drains come out today. I am on medication, some pain medication. I haven't really felt much pain, but yeah, I take my medicine every 6 hours like instructed, and I mean, I've been up walking around for the last hour, kind of getting myself together. Finally put my contacts on, so I'm feeling good guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little update. So my mom drove me to her office, and then she removed the drains. Let me tell you, it is a myth when people are so overly dramatic about their drains being removed. It does not hurt. You do feel like a slight like movement. So the drains of course were here, but you can feel, I guess I didn't realize that the drains kind of went underneath. So when she pulled the drain out, like it literally took like 0.5 seconds when she pulled the drain out. You just feel it move like right up under here. That's it. It wasn't pain, it's just like, oh, that's where the drain was. I still had my surgical bandages around my nipples, down, and then around. I still had surgical tape there. And that was my first time seeing my new boobs was in her office. And I was so pleased. They were definitely perky. They have settled since then. I made it back home from my follow-up appointment. At that time, I was able to shower. I was scared. I was scared to shower. I was also able to get out of my surgical bra, and I was able to wear a sports bra. In my previous video, I showed you guys the sports bras that I got. Guess what? When it was time to wear it, they were too small. Yeah. They were just really tight. When you have incisions under here, you don't want, when you snap your bra in the front, it was just so tight right here. It was uncomfortable. I ended up getting regular sports bras. This is a large. Came 2 in a pack for like $6. Over the next couple months, my boobs are going to settle and they're going to become the size that they are supposed to be. How do you put that bra on when you can't lift your arms? So I literally put the bra on like this and slid it all the way up, and and put my arms in my bra. Am I happy with my results? Absolutely. 1000% happy with my results. Like I couldn't be happier. Like my surgeon, Dr. Peters, was absolutely amazing, intelligent, answered all my questions. Her work is phenomenal, and I'm really happy with my new boobs, and I've been trying on some clothes, well, the clothes that I can try on, and I just feel so so good. Honestly, I have absolutely no regrets. I do not know what size I am yet. I am still wearing my sports bras. I will not be in a real bra for a couple of months. So I am going to insert some before and after pictures in just a minute, so you guys can see the comparison. Thanks guys, and I will see you in my next video.